As goes Carey Price, so go the Habs. How do you see this playing out?
I believe the Montreal Canadiens are a playoff team, Gino, and I believe that Carey Price is the main part of that. And, as drastic as it seemed going into last night, he'd only given up 5 goals in the last 3 games. Now, they lost 2 of those games. He was tremendous on the island in a 2-1 loss and really good against Chicago in a 2-0 loss. But he is battling every single night, and he gives them that chance. It's interesting, from last night to today, they go into the game last night and they win on the road in Philadelphia. And he plays very well in a 3-1 win. Columbus loses. It reminded me of the days between playoff games within a series, because it was never quite as bad or quite as good as you thought it was. And it was how you handle those days between games to bounce back after a loss or to handle a win well. And I think that's where the Canadiens were tonight. Going into yesterday, it was like, what is going on here? And all of a sudden, holy smokes, we're only a point back. Yeah. And, it's so I think they're right there with Columbus. I think they've got the best goaltender. I think that's going to be the difference maker down the stretch.
Yeah, the goaltender is going to make a difference. There's no doubt about that. And it's hard to bet against Carey Price and the Montreal Canadiens. And who's kidding who? A 4th Canadian team is good for all of us when you look at the Stanley Cup playoff picture. But the Columbus Blue Jackets, at least to me, are the higher skilled team. But they need that skill to push them in the 9 games remaining. To this point anyway, Matt Duchene hasn't been as consistent as he'd like to be in leading the Columbus Blue Jackets or being part of that leadership core offensively. Ryan Dzingel has been interesting. He's had his moments with the Columbus Blue Jackets, but Jarmo Kekalainen put his neck on the line, so to speak, in terms of going all in on pending unrestricted free agents. So if it's not just about the skill, shouldn't there be a business element to all of this? These guys are playing for contracts, and they've got 9 games to prove. And we're talking Panarin, we're talking Bobrovsky, we're talking Duchene, we're talking Ryan Dzingel. Go down the list. They've got 9 games to prove that the tens of millions that they're going to demand on July 1st, money well spent.
And it is totally up to the players. I couldn't agree more, Dregs. I love the move by Kekalainen. I just don't like the team very much. I think Montreal's better suited with Carey Price. But I love the move. I love the all-in. Once Panarin and Bobrovsky were depicted what was going to happen there, I love that move by Jarmo Kekalainen.
And through all of this, as you guys mentioned, while they're working for contracts, a lot of these Habs are having career seasons. Case in point, with a goal and assist last night, Max Domi added to his career highs in both departments. Jonathan Drouin, 0 points in March, but he's still having a career year in terms of assists. And how about Brendan Gallagher? He's already tied his career high in goals.